Hey y'all, it's Danielle from Black Business Boom and Black Owned Nashville, and I am live with the founders of AWAKE Nashville. This is an amazing new nonprofit here, and I just tune in right now to learn about it because I'm telling you what they're doing is amazing. If you know a senior citizen living in Nashville, you definitely want to tune in for this conversation. If you're a senior citizen yourself, you want to tune in for this conversation because they are doing amazing things to advocate for our seniors here in Nashville, and especially when it comes to providing affordable housing for seniors. We know how important it is for us to have affordable housing right now. So make sure you stay tuned. Drop in the comments that you're tuned in as we chat with the ladies from AWAKE Nashville. How are you guys doing today?
Doing excellent.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Yes. And we're a mother-daughter team, correct?
A mother-daughter duo.
A mother-daughter duo. Can you believe it? This is my mom.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about AWAKE Nashville because I got the pleasure of chatting with you, Danielle, a while back about the organization. And I just think it's so important in what you guys are doing and advocating for seniors. So tell us a little bit about what made you decide that this was a cause that you all wanted to get involved with.
Well, one, let's just say what AWAKE stands for, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, AWAKE is we advocate for wellness, accessibility, and knowledge, and of injustice facing the elderly. And we were actually formed, my daughter and myself, formed after a relocation effort of North Park Senior Community there in Madison, Tennessee. What happened, we saw a great need basically for housing, for independent housing for seniors. There's a major gap in that area, and there's also major barriers for seniors facing housing here in Nashville. And because of those barriers, we ran into so many difficulties trying to relocate these seniors that it prompted us, it pushed a passion in us to create this organization to address that growing housing gap.
I love it. That is fantastic. Now, for those that are tuned in and don't really know much about the North Park situation, can you all give us a little background on that?
Yes. So actually, my grandmother and it was her mother was a resident at North Park, and it is a senior community in Madison that was bought by a development company. And these folks were given 60 days to find somewhere else to live. And so, a very short amount of time for seniors to pick up their homes and move and try to find somewhere else to live. I mean, I'm in my 30s and I can't imagine trying to find somewhere else to live in 60 days, within less than 60 days.
Especially in this market.
Exactly. So, it was devastating because a lot of those folks did not have family. A lot of those folks, were dependent on each other. And my grandmother, being the person that she is, she wasn't even thinking about herself. She was thinking about her neighbors and her community. And so it just, ignited us to just help this community. We became social workers for an entire community, and it was very unplanned, but it was needed. And we were happy to be able to be there for this community, to give them some hope in a very desperate time. And thankfully, we were able to find almost all of the residents placement, minus a couple that are, being housed with family right now. But all of the residents were placed, and we were just grateful to be able to be a part of this initiative. And we've made some wonderful collaborations with people, with PATH, which is another community organization, and they were just so wonderful and so influential in just helping us get this community placed in new homes.
That is truly amazing. It's amazing how some of the greatest things are just birthed out of these times of adversity. And so I love that about us as Black people, is that we're gonna make things happen. We gonna make it regardless. We're gonna make it. But then not only that, we look at those things as opportunities to create something that can help others. And so I was just really amazed by hearing the story. And it's saddened by hearing that these people were displaced, but to know that it really shined the light on a growing issue here in Nashville. We know that affordable housing is indeed an issue, and I didn't even think about it because my people are in Chicago. So I didn't even think about, like, what are the seniors? What are they doing? And a lot of folks are not. But like you said, Danielle, even in my 30s, I'm like, if somebody was like, you got to be out of here, like, it would be very difficult to find somewhere and on a fixed income, at that, to be able to go and live comfortably and to also imagine how devastating it is to just be uprooted out of a place that you've lived for years and all the people who you're familiar with.
Especially as seniors, when you're uprooted from your community, it's very hard for them to make changes because, they get used to doing things a certain way, being surrounded by people that they know. So when they have to be uprooted, it is devastating to their mental health, their physical health. A lot of the residents have been in and out of the hospital since the move, so it was very, very difficult. To
do that in the middle of a pandemic, it just is. And in the middle of a pandemic, in the midst of a housing crisis, in the midst of us going through pretty much a recession, it's just, again, but I love that you all took this opportunity and decided, like, we're going to do something about it, and not just to help our family member, to help everybody, but then, like, there's a bigger thing going on. So how can we get involved and make an impact? Let's talk about that, because you all have some great plans for the organization. Like you said, you've partnered with other organizations to really put a plan in place on how do we start to repair this problem. So tell us a little bit about where AWAKE is right now and some of the partnerships you all have going on and what we can expect.
Well, we're actually partnering with Legacy South, which is a local development here in Nashville, development company. They are partnering with us to get our first initiative off the ground, which is going to be affordable senior independent villas. What we found is that there are some senior housing high-rise, but not all seniors are prepared or ready to go into assisted living, nor do they want to go into a high-rise. Even though I don't look like a senior, I am a senior, growing senior. When I spoke to seniors and spoke to my mom, the first thing she said was, I still want to look outside. I want to enjoy the beauty of, my surroundings. So that was one of the first things we thought about, is how do we maintain, independent senior housing for those that are not ready to go into assisted living. The wait list was tremendous. So we organized with Legacy South, a development company that actually purchased the independent senior living that my mom lived in. And they were instrumental, basically, in partnering with us to get our first initiative off the ground. So,
and they also donated some funds to be able to relocate these seniors. So we were really grateful. It's sad that this happened, but we are grateful for what they have done and what they are now trying to do with us in order to get these folks reunited and get some affordable housing within Nashville for seniors.
That is fantastic. We're turning lemons into lemonade. I love that.
Yeah, you got it.
But sometimes, these people are in business to make money. It's about that bottom line. And many times they don't think about the people aspect of the business decisions that they're making. So for you all to have been able to really, let them know you are impacting people, and these are the things you need to do
Right.
to
And
fix it, in some way.
I think too that a lot of times when we talk about displacement, people don't realize it's not just the one person; it's multi-generational. So when it affected my mother, it affected me. When it affected me, it affected my daughter. When it affected my daughter, it affected my granddaughter. So we are a multi-generational family.
Yeah. And think about, I mean, even little things like, where are you going to end up? How far away from your family, when they are, you may not have a choice but to go, to Antioch when you were in Madison and your family's on the other side, so there's so many different effects that you can see.
My grandmother is now in Smyrna. She's all the way in Smyrna, and I depended on her to help with my daughter sometimes. So I can't get out there throughout the week while I'm working to go see her in Smyrna because the infrastructure, just trying to get out to Smyrna from Madison, it's just not possible during the week for me. So, she's there and then she's without her community. So it really, of course, we're trying to find ways to bring her back. But, because we had to find something so quickly and nothing is just available in Nashville.
No, and or you can't afford it. It's just, I mean, it's just a mess. So I love what you all are doing, and you have an amazing event coming up on June 11th. So tell us about the event. I'm looking forward to attending. I've mentioned on behalf of the NAACP, I'll be there to support the mission and support and provide community support. But tell us a little bit about the event and how folks can get involved and how they can attend.
So you want me to go ahead? Okay. As a part of our partnership with Legacy South, we're hosting our first big community fellowship event on Saturday, June 11th from 3 to 6 p.m. at City Road Church in Madison. And basically this event is just to celebrate our efforts and our launch, but to also reunite the seniors back together and just bring the entire Madison community together through a fun-filled event. I mean, we're going to have food trucks, games, giveaways, entertainment, you name it, it's going to be there. And we just want to take this opportunity to just get back into the community, to engage now that, COVID restrictions are lifting, and just show the importance of getting to know your community, to better understand your community's needs, and just engage with some seniors. Seniors have wisdom. I mean, I'm always learning from seniors. And so I think it's a great opportunity for just my generation and younger people to just come out and engage with some seniors and just have a good time in doing it.
I love it. And I'm sure it will definitely make their day as well. So just like we enjoy learning from them, I always say, like, my grandma is 81 now, and I think that her being surrounded by like her great grandchildren, it keeps her young. It keeps her moving around. It keeps her, challenged mentally, all those things. And that's really important. How can folks get involved? How can they register? Can they just show up? Tell folks how they can get involved and support the event.
Yes, they come one, come all. It's a free event. It is open to the community. We will start at 3:00. There'll be food trucks, as Danielle said. We will have games for the kids, face painting, balloon animals. We're going to have vendors there. We're going to have a DJ. So old school music and, line dancing, you name it. We're going to encompass all of that in this event. So it's going to be something for everyone. So also bingo. So for all my seniors, we're going to do bingo, and we've got a cakewalk.
I did not know what a cakewalk was.
I don't know what a cakewalk is. What's a cakewalk?
Okay, so you got to come to the cakewalk. Okay?
Yeah, it doesn't involve cake.
It's
It's
just
cake.
like musical chairs, and then you stop the music, and then when it lands on your number, you actually can receive a cake. So we're having cakes donated, all type of good desserts will be donated for the cakewalk. So yeah,
Listen,
all young people that don't know about cakewalks,
never heard of it in my life, but I'm interested in it for sure.
It's been definitely before our generation.
Definitely interested in the bingo too, though, because bingo is a blast. So.
Yeah. It's so much fun because I mean it's actually just like musical chairs, but you're actually going to win a cake.
Okay,
So
that
yeah,
is
and
fun.
yeah, we'll have some giveaways for the bingo. So you could win some things with bingo, but we're also going to give some gift bags and some gifts to our seniors that are coming back are coming back from North Park. So they're going to just be receiving a lot of love and a lot of good fellowship is what we
I
want.
love it. That is beautiful. I love what you ladies are doing. Very proud of you. Proud of the mission, proud of the organization. I can't wait to support. What's the name of the church where the event is on the 11th?
It's City Road Church in Madison.
All right, 3 to 6 p.m., June 11th, next Saturday. We're going to come out and support as a community. Again, I love what you ladies are doing. Please keep us abreast of all of your future events, all the ways we can get involved. If folks want to volunteer, let us know how they can do that as well. We just want to make sure that we're supporting what you're doing and supporting the senior community here in Nashville. So I thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank you guys. Follow us on social media at We Are Awake Nashville. And
all right. Love it. We Are Awake Nashville. Go and follow the pages right now. Thanks so much for joining me, ladies. Good luck with the event. I look forward to it. And please, again, keep us posted on how we can support as a community.
Absolutely.
Thank you.